Hello everyone, this is Lucy05 and welcome to the Comic Book Central Toy Review. And today's toy review, we're looking at the 2008 release by Hasbro of the Marvel Legends action figure review. And today's action figure review, we're looking at the Hawk series of the She-Hulk action figure. Now, I got this figure straight from a flea market for 40 ringgit. And she doesn't come with any Fin Fang Foom body part, which is fine with me because I wanted to get this figure solely because, well, first of all, She-Hulk that can be undressed. Yes. Now, one thing that I really am disappointed on this figure itself is because this version, this Hasbro's version of She-Hulk, is not as big as compared to the Toy Biz release of She-Hulk. She's a bit shorter, she's more of a human height, and she's not as muscular compared to the previous version. Now let's do a size comparison with Warps here. As you can see, Warps standing side to side with She-Hulk, they're about the same, similar height. In the Marvel Comics, she most probably will tower Warps here, about this yay high there. So yeah, I really wish that she is more muscular in body and more taller, just like the Toy Biz release version. Now, she doesn't come with any accessory, not counting the dress of course, and you can actually easily remove the dress. I'm not too sure why a lot of people have some difficulty trying to remove the dress and trying to put the dress back on the figure itself. But you have to be careful with the dress sometimes because it tends to tear off a little bit, as shown here. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's around here. Now, there's another problem with this figure because her neck joint is not very supportive to the head because it tends to pop off quite easily. So let's try to remove the dress of her. You just raise the arms like so and just, well, pull it off. It's quite easy. You slowly pull the dress up like so, and there you have it. She's now half naked, wearing her, well, bra and thong. Buying this figure, I just needed her to go half naked, and that's all I need. Now, the dress here is very simplistic. As you can see, the bottom part here is not all even. It's to simulate that, well, the character turns into She-Hulk while wearing the dress, and the dress gets all torn up, as shown at the bottom here and the top part here. I'm not too sure you can see it. And it will be much more effective if they add holes onto the dress itself, make it more tattered and torn. But what the hell, it's just a simple dress. Now let's take a look at the figure's paint job. The paint job is very little. Majority of the body's flesh tone here is not painted. It's just green plastic. The only thing that is painted would be her well, bra and thong. Toenails is painted. It's more towards to, I would say, silverish. Fingernails are also painted. Eyes is painted with also green, well, pupils. Her lips are painted, a bit more greener than usual, and the bottom part of the lips itself, the teeth are also painted, eyebrows as well, and the hair. And that's about it. Not much of paint job, and there's no sloppy paint job. I'm not too sure how Hasbro would screw up a sloppy paint job with this figure being so minimal of paint required to apply on the figure. Now, the sculpt on the figure itself is alright. It's just that she's not muscular and tall enough, as I mentioned before. It's quite simplistic, but I really do dig with the, well, sort of torn bra going on. More like she's wearing bikini rather than, well, lingerie. And she has a nice little thong going on. And I'm not too sure why they have to sculpt this body mold with a giant ass. Look at this. I'm sorry for this angle, but seriously, she has really big ass. I find it really hilarious. Now, the face, however, the face sculpt there is not really that great. She's, well, I understand that Hasbro is trying to make this figure look menacing, look more angry. She looks like she's having a constipation problem if you look at it this way. It's like, it's not like, I want to smash you. It's like, there's something I can't get out. Something like that. Hair sculpt is actually not bad. It's really nicely done. All the strands of hair is nicely well done. But that's all the sculpt there is for this figure. The problem with this, another problem with this figure is that the feet itself, if you close the feet together, you notice the feet is not well aligned unless you spread the feet all the way that much. So she'll stand properly. If you close the two legs together, she'll just flop all over the place. Now, let's take a look at the articulation. The head can actually turn 360 degrees, sort of. And it tends to pop off quite easily from the head. Arms can turn 360 degrees. I'm just going to pop this off. Arms can turn 360 degrees and raise this much and pop back in. There's no double jointed elbow. Elbow bends this far, hand backwards and turn 360 degrees. Wrist joint can go outwards and inwards and turn 360 degrees. There's no finger articulation. Torso here can turn 360 degrees, go back a little bit and forward a little bit, and that's about it. What I really don't like about Hasbro production for the Marvel Legends is because of the hip joint. They remove entirely of the ball joint itself, so the pegs are all aligned this way, not this way, this way. And since there's no ball joint, you have to twist the entire thigh itself for her to bend the leg, and this is as far as she bends the leg, or that way. And the knee joint bends this far, not very much, really disappointing. There's no double joint as well. And the ankle joint, there's no calf joint, there's ankle joint that goes downwards, upwards, and then 360 degrees. There's no toe articulation. So if I'm gonna give a rating on this figure, she's a bit disappointing for a She-Hulk figure because, well, she's not muscular, she's not tall enough, and some of the articulation, like the hip joint, is something I really don't like. So she still looks alright because she's now half naked standing in front of me. So she still looks a bit okay. So if I'm gonna give a rating of this, she's just about average. So I'll give it a 5 out of 10. She's not really that spectacular. The previous version of the Toy Biz release of She-Hulk is way more better. Way more taller, more muscular, and looks way more sexier compared to this version. Of course, she's half naked, she may look more sexier, but with that kind of face sculpt that she's having a constipation problem, you know, I just can't even make any comments about that. She's trying to be angry, but she has constipation problem, and she's standing half naked. So, 5 out of 10 for Hasbro versions of She-Hulk. This is Lucy05, and I'm signing off.